I'm just tweeting, so maybe we'll have more people.
Yay.
Yeah. So we wait for.
Oh my, you make
5
me
minutes?
nervous.
No, just imagine that it's nothing.
你的荧幕录的先 pause 了。
So let's quick getting start now.
Okay.
And today we are going to talk about Nightwatch.js. It's a powerful framework, and it's based on Node.js. So we can write some JavaScript code in Nightwatch.js, and it can help you to get some DOM elements. And the most powerful of the Nightwatch.js is you can use this to fulfill some UI testing, and it's very simple and very useful. And now we can see some code about Nightwatch.js from their website. So obviously, most of the all of the code are being packaged into an object. So it's very easy to write your code, and it's very friendly for the front-end developer.
May I ask questions?
Okay.
What is WebDriver exactly?
WebDriver.
Yeah.
WebDriver is like
No.
no I
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
你先继续。
okay we
I
will
also don't. I'm sorry.
so we will figure out it later. Sorry, I didn't practice this part. My fault.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay. So
We have Alex here. If you
I don't
maybe
know for sure. I think it's for different browsers. You need a different driver.
Oh, Alex.
WebDriver.
Yes.
yes,
Oh, is it a browser? WebDriver?
it's like
No. Content is Google.
Oh.
Voice.
okay.
Yeah.
So we can continue to our topic now, and I'm not going to introduce how to install the Nightwatch today, because I think it's very clear about how to install this. While you see Nightwatch.js, their website, they can, if you follow all the steps, it's very clear, and I think all of you can accomplish it. So
Okay.
today I just want to introduce some tips that while I run Nightwatch.js, and I will share how to fix some weird problem if you will meet in the
Cool.
future.
Okay.
And at the beginning, I will say, if you are right Nightwatch, and it's very most of the math in Nightwatch include callback function, so it's very helpful. And if you are not familiar with callback function, you can check this link, and this link will move you to a website, and you will see the what the callback function is. And this topic is from our another host, Nora, and I think if you saw the previous video, you may figure out what the callback function is.
Yeah.
And the second method, I would like to say the click. Click is the most frequent method, which we are also to use while we write Nightwatch. It can help you to simulate the user's behavior. Like if I want to click some button, I can use this method. So it's very helpful. And what I also want to mention you is sometimes click may not work, because it sounds so weird why it not work, because while we trigger some event, sometimes we need to wait the server request. But if we didn't wait all the data being received, and then we just continue to do the test. So depends on this, click may not work. So you won't get your expectation because you still wait for the request. And to fix this problem, I just suggest you to use the pause method. I know it sounds so weird why we need to use pause, because use this method we can let the request be finished. But remember that don't use this pause every time, or if you don't need this, just don't use pause, because sometimes you probably don't know why the test has been stopped or why you received an error in your test. So there are many reasons why the test being stopped. So just make sure you really need this while you don't have any solution. And next, I want to introduce another method called execute. This method can help you to write some JavaScript code in Nightwatch. I know it sounds so weird because we already use Node.js to finish our test. But why I want to pick execute here? Because sometimes, in some cases, while we just write Nightwatch.js, maybe we can't get the prediction we want. And sometimes Nightwatch, the method in Nightwatch can't get what you want every time. Because for example, there's a code called there's an element called pseudo element, and I figured out that Nightwatch.js didn't help you to get this element in your DOM element, and you can use execute to get all the data by using this method. And I will show you how to use this and how to fix the problem later.
Okay.
And the last thing is save the screenshot. I used to use this method because before the browser being closed, because sometimes maybe we don't really need this method, but sometimes we still need to check the current state manually, because as I say, sometimes click may not work, and we can use save screenshot to see where the current state is and why the test cannot be passed. So that's why I put save screenshot in here. So I think it's very helpful for us to use. And now
Live coding.
Live coding time。
可是它画面没有变。
哦。
那你先把句子。
Wait for a second. Let me check.
切换对分享。
可是
Do we have live? Do we have?
真的是。
There's nothing on my screen. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No worries. Let's see.
So why isn't nothing on the screen?
I just changed the screen to my editor and there's nothing. I don't
Yeah, sometimes when we have a meeting, we use this Jitsi, and then I just refresh the whole page, and it works. So maybe just refresh.
Okay.
I'm.
可是因为我需要两边切换，尴尬。它没有办法切换成这个荧幕。可以用这个吗
But now you're muted.
Our new member, I think.
So unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Sound is back, yeah, but the screen is still black.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Now it's back.
Okay, sorry.
So can you see? Yeah. Okay. Work. Editor works.
Thanks, Kang Zhen.
Wow, looks cool.
What?
Yeah. 需要。
跳掉了。
没有
So
没事
is it clever?
把这个移到下面去吧，移长。
Okay. It seems I can't move so quick or
You have to type slowly and scroll
Yes.
slowly.
So this is the base code I like to use while I write the Nightwatch.js. And in here we can see all the files are being packaged to an object. And you can see the second line before the callback function, there's a string called show some example, and it's just imagine it's the key of the object, so it just mention you what this code are going to do. So it's just a very simple string, so it's just write something you like, I think. And well, let's see how the Nightwatch work now. So I will move back to today's website I want to test. And so today we are going to try the Nightwatch.js in this website. So let's imagine what our users will do now. So in here we can see there's a button below the content now.
Read more.
The read more, sorry, it's a Chinese, my fault. So our user always like to click something, or type something in the input. And now I want to test this, the read more, the button can work successfully. And I would like to open my DevTool and select the button here, so it's a div. And in here we can see the location of this button. And in here I would like to there are two methods to catch this element. One is called CSS selector, another is called XPath. And you can both use these two, just choose the one you like to use. I suppose I just recommend you to use XPath rather than use CSS selector, because sometimes if click is not work, sometimes you can choose XPath instead of the CSS selector. I don't know the accuracy reason why XPath can work, but the CSS selector cannot work.
Okay.
Yes. And I want to copy this and back to my editor and type okay, let me type slowly now. Horrible.
Yeah, it's okay.
While we want to use XPath or CSS selector, we need to use XPath. And then we can use it now. Or the Nightwatch cannot know, they don't know what the current syntax is, so just invoke this method, use XPath before you want to use it.
Oh, that's a good trick.
Yes, like if I want to use the CSS, I can use CSS, and then what I expect to show on my screen. So let's move back to our website now. So I just want to make sure this content can be shown on the screen. So I just select this, and this time I want to use CSS selector. So I choose to select CSS selector and move back to my editor and type. Oh, I already typed use CSS now. So I just expect my elements and put the code in here to present. So that's what I want. So it's very easy to read. Like I expect my element, so I put the element in here. I just wish it can be present on my DOM element. So it's very easy to read. And in my terminal, I just only need to type Nightwatch. Sorry, I just made it bigger and hope you can see this. Nightwatch space, and in here I need to know where the current path is. So okay, work. Okay, so this is the path of this file. So whether I finish this and I just press my enter, and to see what the code, wait, sorry, it's running. Oh, okay. So the test is begin now. So running show, okay, sorry, just wait for the test being run now.
Okay. Oh,
So the Nightwatch is work. So we can see here is our test. So all the behavior are automatically. So we can see everything is green, perfect. The test is being passed. And as we see here, show some example. It just mentioned you what these tests have been doing. So just type something here, and it can show you what the tests have been doing directly. So let's continue to test another things. Remember I say there's another sorry, the wrong step, my fault.
okay. No worries.
I want to move back to my website, and this time I want to test this text, this tag, sorry, and I want to know the word in this tag are correct. So how do I do? Okay, I still want to copy the XPath now and move back to my editor, and this time I want to use a method called getText. To get this text, I just only need to put my XPath into the to be an parameter, and then I want to use the callback function. So function res, and now I want to console log the res. I want to know what I will receive from the browser. So I do my test again. Sorry for a network problem.
I also have a slow internet, so I had to refresh in between to be able to even see what changed.
Sorry about that.
No, it's my problem. I have a slow one.
Why my browser didn't jump off? So
可能太卡了。
maybe I think. Oh, I know why. Sorry. My bad. I forgot to save the file. Sorry.
No worry.
I always forgot this step. It's very important.
Can
Yeah.
it auto save or something like that?
Yeah, you need to install a plugin.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a
So the test still begin. Okay. Now I got a big fat arrow now. Well, what's going on here? So the arrow arguments have been invalid selector, example the XPath or CSS. What's going on here? So I didn't invoke the use XPath here, so it can grab. So it can get a path. So that's what I say before you want to use the XPath or use CSS. Just make sure you
So
invoke
each
the
time-
math. Not each time.
So each
If you
time-
want to switch,
Uh-huh.
because in here I use CSS now, and now I use XPath, so I receive
So if
an
you
error.
use CSS, it would still remember that you are currently in CSS mode, kind of.
Yes, that's it.
Ah.
So this time I need to switch to use XPath now, and now I save this and move back to it in terminal and do the test again to make sure.
Did you save?
Yes, this time I save this. There's a flash. Why is this? Now everything is passed, so perfect. But let's see what's the log here. So in here, the value is nothing, and it's the session and status. So it seems we can't get the value in here. I can't get the thing I want. And let's move to here. We can see the comma, the colon, and before. It actually is pseudo elements that I previously said. It's a kind of weird things in Nightwatch because there's no directed way to get these elements in Nightwatch. It's kind of so weird things. I saw many community talk about these pseudo elements, but there are many different solutions, but some of them are not use the JavaScript syntax. So I just don't want to use their solution. And I just figure out that I can use the execute method to address this problem. So that's why I put execute to be one of our tip today. So in here I want to use execute, and in this math I can grab my DOM element directly, so I just put a function here, and I want to in this execute math you can use like document, you can write like document.get element ID or use query selector. But if you write in Node.js, probably it can be success. But in here, execute just provide you a way to write this kind of code, so you can just get the elements directly by write. sorry, some typo here. So I want to get the so this time I want to use the CSS selector, because if we move back to the website in here, we can see there's no ID in here. There's just only provide a class name. So this time I just select the class and copy it and write, like, I put my query selector in here, and I will return these things. And again, I still want to log this, so I just put an argument here and put my console.log this in here to make sure what the things we grab in here. So let's do the test again to see what we got in our browser. So this progress may be again and again, so it's like your computer is being controlled. Well, we grab something here, the value, so we got something here, but we don't know what this thing is. I figure out that because it's in pseudocode, and if it's in the style, so we can see it's in the style. So I want to use another method called get computed style. I'm not sure everyone may know this.
No.
So this function may help you. It's a web API. So if you want to know what this thing is, and maybe you can see this, you need to do some Google search. So the first parameter is our element, and the second one is our pseudo element. So in the first argument, I want to copy the element here, and the second one I want to put our pseudo elements here. So it's the colon and before, and remember it's in the content. So I want to know what the content is. So let's do the test again to make sure everything alright.
But we probably have to log the style or return the style, huh?
Yes, we still need to know this. So it's a kind of a little bit complex while we want to get some pseudo elements content or something, because Nightwatch didn't provide us to use this directly.
So if we change some styles, the test will fail, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds a little bit. My fault. I forgot to save that again. So, my bad. I always forgot this sometimes.
So it's better when we finish all the styles and then start to do end-to-end.
Yes. But we probably won't change the style every time. I mean, it's just a typical example because we don't like to change our style every time, and we won't change the name of the class, or we don't want to remove some elements. I would like to say that because if you remember, we always use CSS selector or XPath while we use Nightwatch.js, because if we remove some elements in our website and that XPath may change, it will be totally different. And if the name of the class are being changed, and in here we probably need to change at the same time, or the path you will get an error. And then let's back to see our console, and now we get some words now in here.
Yeah. In Chinese even.
Sorry, it's Chinese.
Yay.
But
nobody can read it.
We still,
only you.
Yeah. We still need to do some things, because as we see this, there's a colon, and inside of the colon there's a there's a single quote, and cover a double quote. So it seems so weird. So in here we need to remove one of the quotes, and here I want to remove the double quote.
Hey, hold on. I think I lost your screen.
Ah, really?
No.
抗震有吗？
有。
Maybe I will just try.
So refresh.
Remove. Okay, I just want to remove something. Oh, my bad. I want to replace the quotes in here. So in here we need some regular expression. We need to use regular expression. And the second one is I want to change to nothing. And remember, there's two double quote here, so we need to use the same code again to remove.
Can I ask something? Would it help? Like when you type in the style, constant style, you do .content. What if you would do .inner text or inner HTML? Would that maybe already give or not?
What? Sorry.
No, because like sometimes when I'm trying to get the content of a certain DOM element, when I use selectors, I do .inner HTML or .inner text. So I'm wondering, but okay, maybe you can share the code and then we can play around and see some other ways to
Okay.
remove quotes.
Yes. So
Replace it, you save.
Yes, I just make sure I save the file.
Oh, and what do we? We return the style, yeah.
Yes.
Or no? We return. We need to return this remove something, right?
Yes. So the most important is sometimes we still need to detect what the value we will receive. So we need to console log in here to make sure we can get the things we want. So now we just remove the double quote here. So yes, everything perfect. So in here I want to let the path be success. I need to make sure the content is right. So I use the star assert equal. In here it's in value, so I just make sure the things is I want. So let's check this again. I know it sounds so weird. I just write in hard code here, but it's like if one day we change the words, and we probably may know what the words we change, so I just write in hard code here. So let's see, we just received the word in here, and we expect the word code here. So the test being success now. So it's the way, it just shows the way how to get the pseudo elements and how to use the execute in here.
Awesome.
Maybe there will have some other ways to fix this, but it's the only way I found now. And maybe your code may not seem like this. It's too sometimes it seems so complex. We need to use different math to filter the value we want. So we still have one problem that we haven't addressed. It's like as we just do a test again, and we can see all the tests only shows on my Chrome browser. So that's because I just default Chrome is my default environment to do the test. And what if I want to use Firefox or Edge, Safari, different browser? What can I do to change the browser? So in here, in my terminal, I just put in -e space. This time I want to test Firefox, so I just type Firefox here, because I just defined it should be the Firefox. Or you can just name it another way, like other words, I think. So let's do the test again. To start a Selenium server.
I couldn't see, maybe it was again my internet, but where did you write now the Firefox?
What?
His Firefox crashed now.
Oh my fault.
I hear you type it. Ah.
Okay, let me change to Edge to try this. Hope it work, please.
No pressure.
Looks good.
Okay, I saw big E. Oh,
There you go.
yeah, our test is successful. So it sounds so weird because as we test Edge, we may see there's not as quick as we have a test on Chrome. Because different browsers have different system background, so it's kind the problem. That's why we need to use parse, because if Chrome, the test on Chrome is being work, maybe on the Firefox or Edge may not work, probably because their request speed are not the same. And what if I want to test 2 different browsers simultaneously? So in here I want to, I just type Chrome and I put a comma between Chrome and Edge, and let's test again. So we see the Chrome environment have been processed and the Edge is doing too.
Cool.
But it need to spend some time because you just open 2 different browsers and run the test at the same time. You still can do Firefox in one time to do 3 different test environments, but since my Firefox has some problem. So we see the Chrome has been finished and the Edge still being get the request now. Spend too many times. I hate this.
Then, I have we also run this Nightwatch in the Remix project in Ethereum, and it's so slow, and it opens 7 browsers, and it's crazy.
Yes. So
Wow.
let's see here. So Chrome and Edge both has been success. So it's the way to show you how to do the 2 different test environment at the same time. Just put a colon and your browser's name in here between this, and you can do these 2 different tests in one time. So you don't need to open another browser or in terminal to do a test or to write something again. You can just do this in one time, only once. And let's move back to our Medium. I put the sample code in here. That's our today's live coding. I know it's not very well. Sorry about that. And the last part is our reference today. The first URL shows the Nightwatch website, so it can help you to do the installation. And their web API and other things are all in here. And the second one is I just found an Udemy courses about Nightwatch.js. So if you have if you are interested, you can check this video, and it will show you from the installation to write some simple code, simple test. But there's no connection between the test I did today, and because I just showed some weird things and how to fix this. And in these courses, the host didn't do the same things, so I think you can check this video. And the third is the Selenium. Remember the Nightwatch is use Selenium WebDriver, so if you are interested in Selenium, you can check here. But Selenium is also use other language like Java, C#, Python. Just they didn't provide JavaScript or Node.js. So that's why I just introduced Nightwatch today, and to fulfill the automated test. And the last one is if you are a Chinese reader, there's an interesting article and introduce the Nightwatch in Chinese. And you can just clone her repository and play the Nightwatch by your own. So today's our conference, and thank you.
Okay.
Bravo.